Hey friends, Tuxx here. This is a video I've been meaning to make for a little while now, but I was kind of holding off. Rogue One came out and I was really worried about doing spoilers or spoiling the movie for someone, so I wanted to hold off just a few weeks, but I feel like it's pretty safe now. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the movies and a little bit about the toys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox some toys here first, and then at the end of this video I'm going to talk about the movie. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, I will give a little warning that spoilers could come before, okay? But right now, this part of the video is definitely safe. I'm not going to spoil anything as far as a plot line goes or whatever, so you don't need to worry about that. And again, at the very end of the video, I'll mention when I'm going to talk about the movie, okay? Alright, with those ground rules in place, let's talk about Star Wars Rogue One a little bit, okay? The toys are really cool. They're in stores right now. And if you're into Star Wars toys, I don't know if you've seen, actually, I have a video with some of my old Star Wars toys. I'm a little embarrassed, actually, and you could tell in the video I took a lot of heat because people are like, oh, it sounds like you're embarrassed of your toys or something. And I really am. And it's largely because the toys are in kind of bad shape. I was like really hard as a kid on toys. And this is one of the more rare ones I have. This is the blue Snaggletooth. If you don't know the history of this toy, I'll tell you real quick that when they made this, they made it wrong. Okay, they made this without the actual instructions as far as like how tall it was supposed to be, what it was supposed to look like exactly. And when they made this particular figure, they messed up. It wasn't supposed to have silver boots. It wasn't supposed to be this tall. So they actually had to redo this figure, and they remade it red. And it was shorter and had different feet and the works. So this figure is actually pretty rare. You can look on eBay and find the value of this. I think some people say it's worth, $200. Some people say $500. Sometimes people say it's worth more than that, as a little toy figure. I've heard as much as like $1,000, which is ridiculous to me. But I still have my Star Wars original toys, and if you're into old toys, you can check out that video. But I do warn you, it's a little embarrassing to me because their toys are really beat up. I so wish I would have taken care of my toys better, as a child. But anyway, so that's kind of cool. And this is just one example of some older toys. And I have a lot more Star Wars toys that aren't in the video too. They're just not here in Florida where I'm at. So anyway, moral of the story, take good care of your toys because you might want to make a YouTube video about them like years later, okay? Alright, with that being said, the Star Wars Rogue One toys look really nice. As far as the packaging goes, it looks very cool, very dark Rogue One-ish. Typical blister pack, card stock. On the back here, talks a little bit about them. And one thing kind of cool is they have this whole new app thing where you can actually, like I guess, download a code in Google Play or Apple. And you can actually add like blasting effects to your toy or whatever, which is kind of a new thing compared to like, even like the prequels going back a little ways, The figures themselves to me, they look a little like thinner maybe or something. Side by side, we'll compare them. I guess it's pretty much in scale of this. Let's go ahead and open up this first one here. We'll go ahead and open up. This is a droid that is in the movie. And again, I'm not going to say too much about that, but it's one of the characters which is shown quite a bit in the movie, and a character I enjoy, and I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. But let's go ahead and open him up and pull him out. There we go. Oh, there's like a little paper thing here we'll show. This is probably an advertisement, or what is this? Oh, this is a QR code. Okay, so if you have the thing, you can actually, this is kind of new, you can actually download the Star Wars app with the QR code there, and then you can actually like take a picture of your thing and then put like blaster effects or whatever. So that's kind of cool. They're trying to work like new tech into like older like plastic toys, So that's pretty cool. Here's the little guy. And this figure, I guess I should mention, this is ID, or let's see, what is this thing called? Oh, K250 or K2S0, I guess. Hopefully I have that right. In the movie, they didn't really say his name all that much. And this is kind of like, I will say this is not a bad guy, but he is kind of a bad robot that was turned good, if you will. But I'm not going to give too many more details about that for right now. The actual figure itself is interesting. I didn't notice the complete hole through the leg. Do you see that? That's very interesting that the hole is all the way through. The figure itself looks really cool. Like the piercing white eyes. Wow, those are like, they don't glow or anything, but that is pretty bright. The head has some pretty good articulation. Now, like, when you turn it, you can actually kind of like cock it a little bit one way or the other. Like, should I do that? Or, maybe I should do that. what are you doing over there? Like, it has some good spin to it. It feels light. It doesn't feel unstable or like it's going to break, but it feels nice and loose. So you can pose it and it stays in place, and it has a lot of options as far as posability goes. Now, the arms themselves are just one single ball joint, so it's like up or down. There's not any kind of elbow movement here. And the legs are similar to where they're very straight. There's no knee bending at all. It's just straight legs. The actual robot itself, there's some cute little touches, little like nice detailing around the arms and the waist here, but in general, it's just a robot. It's meant to be kind of basic looking. I mean, the sculpt is good and everything for what it is. I like the paint job with this black metallic kind of look. It does look like some kind of like black metal. Here, I'll move this out of the way so you can see the black metal better. But pretty cool. I'm liking this, and it does have a pretty cool accessory here. I guess this goes on the arm, is that right? Or the leg? Where does this thing go? We'll take a look here at the picture. Wow, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like, I'm gonna pretend here it goes on the arm. We'll just say that, okay? And it's kind of like a grappling hook kind of thing. And it's great how it has a springiness. Check this out. So pretty cool. I like the way it has a little automated spring action. I really do not remember this in the movie, anywhere in the movie. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So liking that. Okay, and then the next figure here is the main heroine of the movie. So there she is with all of her accessories. Same thing on the back. Talks about Star Wars, Hasbro, yada yada. And we will go ahead and open this up and see what she is all about. Now, a lot of people are probably like, oh, you shouldn't open Star Wars toys. And you're probably right, okay? But I will say that if you look back on the other Star Wars toys, they really haven't gained money quite like the original and the blooper ones, you know, that should have been made. So, like, the odds of this becoming super valuable are not that great, tell you the truth. But they are good from a collector standpoint, and, you know, all Star Wars figures are great. So I would say if you want to keep one in cardstock, maybe buy two, keep one in the package, and keep one to play with, perhaps. She has a lot of accessories. Check out this stuff here, man. Very cool. She has a blaster. This isn't like a lightsaber. There really wasn't a lot of lightsabers in the movie, but I guess I shouldn't talk about that too much. Let's see here. I'll talk more at the end of the video. Okay, so here she is. She's looking pretty cool. Loving the whole like little Rogue One-y kind of cape, kind of rebel, almost like Han Solo, like she isn't really part of the rebels. Look at it, has a nice little detail touch there. You see a little hole in her cape? That's meant to be, which is very interesting. Kind of give her that rustic look. Legs do not bend at the knee. They are straight. As you can see, no bending in the knees. The arms are very similar, no bending at the elbows. She does have little holes, so she can actually hold something. Like the blaster is probably the preferred thing that she would want to hold. Let me see if I can get this in the hand here. Stable, there you go. So you can see she can definitely hold her blaster. Now to talk about the movie just a little bit in the movie, I like the movie. I think that they started off a little bit too much with dialogue and trying to build the new characters up. This robot was actually a Empire robot, like a bad robot, which was acquired by the Alliance and turned into kind of a helper. But he's kind of, I like this, it's probably my favorite character in the movie because he's very smart-alecky and like a little bit kind of like evil in a way, you know? And so it's kind of fun to have his sense of humor in the movie, which is very dry pan, you know. So I think this guy was like my favorite character in the whole movie, actually, you know. And she was great and everything. I don't think she's quite as good as Rey from the new Star Wars, you know, the one that will come out this year for Christmas. But she's pretty good and everything. And all in all, the end of the movie was fantastic. Lots of great Darth Vader lightsaber killing action. But the first part of the movie is a little bit dry for people who aren't real into Star Wars. And so you may want to watch some of the first movies so you understand the storyline of like why they're doing what they're doing. But all in all, pretty cool movie. We're checking out for sure. One of the best movies of the year, I think. So anyway, very good. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for checking out this video and checking out some new Star Wars toys and also taking a look at one of my classic Star Wars toys, which is like kind of rare. And again, you can check out my old Star Wars video if you choose to. It's a little embarrassing, so I probably shouldn't tell you about it, but it's back in my queue, okay? Or I'll put a link up here so you can check it out. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Pew, pew, pew.